am I going to do with him?
He'd make a very handsome throw rug.
Zazu.
And just think, whenever he gets dirty, you could take him out and beat him.
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the top 10 savage moments in Disney animated movies.
Girls.
For this list, we'll be looking at the best comebacks, insults, and snide remarks from villains, sidekicks, and heroes alike. Which burn do you think needs the most ice? Let us know in the comments below. Number 10. The hyenas don't pay Scar any mind. The Lion King. Like any of the best Disney villains, Scar is well-versed in dishing out snarky remarks.
Well, I was first in line, until the little hairball was born.
That hairball is my son and your future king.
Oh, I shall practice my curtsy.
But in this instance, he's actually the one on the receiving end. As the king's brother and heir's uncle, power is just out of the lion's reach.
Dad just showed me the whole kingdom, and I'm gonna rule it all.
Yes. Well, forgive me for not leaping for joy. Bad back, you know.
He's bitter about the situation and passive-aggressive with his family. An outsider among the pride, he allies with a group of rambunctious hyenas. Scar's henchmen don't seem to take him too seriously at first.
Surely we lions are not all that bad?
Oh, Scar, it's just you.
You were afraid it was somebody important.
Yeah, you don't like Mufasa.
Yeah.
I see.
They tease him about his lack of authority and go on about how intimidating the current Lion King is. The burn stings so close to home that we're kind of surprised Scar reacts as calmly as he does. Number 9. Aladdin drags Jasmine's suitor. Aladdin. Before meeting the genie, Aladdin is but a common thief. He lives on the streets of Agrabah and steals just enough to feed himself and lovable monkey friend Abu.
Just a little snack, guys. I can take a hint, gotta face the facts. You're my only friend, Abu.
Aladdin has no business speaking to aristocracy, but that doesn't stop him from having a heated exchange with a visiting royal. When Prince Ahmed threatens 2 children, the street rat gets involved.
Out of my way, you filthy brats!
Hey! If I were as rich as you, I could afford some manners.
Oh, I'll teach you some manners!
Aladdin saves the kids but gets pushed in the mud in the process, where, even from the ground, he fires one last dig at the high-ranking jerk.
Look at that, Abu! It's not every day you see a horse with 2 rear ends.
You are a worthless street rat. You were born a street rat. You'll die a street rat.
Aladdin leaves the encounter feeling pretty discouraged, but if we were judging the ability to come up with witty insults on the spot, we'd say our favorite scoundrel is definitely the winner. Number 8. Mother Gothel takes the ultimate jab at Rapunzel. Tangled. While other Disney villains are driven by greed or revenge, Mother Gothel is motivated by the desire to look good.
Bring back what once was mine. What once was mine.
All right, you get the gist. She sings to it, she turns young. Creepy, right?
She kidnaps the princess with magical hair and raises her in what seems like a doorless tower, all in the pursuit of eternal youth. In one scene, after Rapunzel pulls her guardian up into the tower, Gothel teases the princess quite a bit.
Come on, don't let her see you.
I'm not getting any younger down here. Coming, Mother.
Even when it appears as though Mother Gothel is giving her a genuine compliment, she is, of course, only admiring herself.
Rapunzel, look in that mirror. You know what I see? I see a strong, confident, beautiful young lady. Oh, look, you're here too.
If there's one thing we love about this antagonist, it's her confidence. That being said, Gothel did not have to stunt on Rapunzel like that. Number 7. The stepsisters tear up Cinderella's dress. Cinderella. Unlike their mother, the ugly stepsisters aren't strictly evil per se.
Mother, do you realize what you just said?
Of course. I said, if.
Oh. If.
That being said, they are ungrateful, petty, and envious. They demonstrate as much when Cinderella first appears dressed for the ball. Upon realizing some of their possessions were borrowed, Anastasia and Drizella become extremely jealous.
Just the right
touch. Don't you think so, Drizella?
No, I don't. I think she's... Why, you little thief!
While the two team up in destroying the bespoke gown, the wicked stepmother is mostly to blame for the incident. She coyly manages to rile up her daughters, pulling the exact reaction she'd hoped from them.
Girls, girls. That's quite enough. Hurry along now, both of you. I won't have you upsetting yourselves.
In terms of savagery, this is the relatively literal kind. Like tigers in the wild, these ones. Number 6. Marie lets her brothers know who's boss, the Aristocats. Any girl who grew up with brothers can relate to this moment. As pets of the aristocracy, Toulouse, Marie, and Berlioz live in the lap of luxury.
Should you be first? Because I'm a lady, that's why. You're not a lady. You're nothing but a sister.
But despite their cultured life and formal surroundings, these kittens retain their rambunctious nature. They scamper around their owner's home, jumping on tables and breaking candlesticks. When scolded by their mother, each is quick to blame the others.
Fight fair, Marie. Females never fight fair. Now that hurt. Mama!
The only girl in the group, Marie, eloquently explains why she is not responsible for the scuffle, despite wrestling as well as her brothers.
Most unbecoming to a lovely gentleman. Well, she started it. Ladies do not start fights, but they can finish them.
Her position is a little bit of a double standard, but you won't catch us telling her that. Number 5. Flora claps back at Merryweather, Sleeping Beauty. While the three good fairies are gifted in spellcasting, their homemaking skills leave something to be desired.
And I'm making the dress.
But you can't sew, and she's never cooked.
Oh, it's simple.
All you do is follow the book.
Flora attempts to make a dress for Aurora by hand and uses Merryweather as her mannequin. As the garment comes together, it looks worse and worse.
I still think what I thought before. I'm going to get those ones. You know, I think she's right.
Eventually, the struggling seamstress gives up and uses her magic to finish the frock, but not before a rather savage exchange with her model.
It looks awful. That's because it's on you, dear.
When the Blue Fairy points out how poorly the dress is coming together, Flora comes back with a sassy dig. Despite being deemed the good fairies, these ladies can sure cast some shade. Number 4. Charlotte turns down this dude in the most brilliant way, the Princess and the Frog. Sometimes it takes being savage to get the point across.
Tell her what you did, Big Daddy. Tell her!
Well, I invited...
Big Daddy invited the prince to a masquerade ball tonight.
That is certainly the case when Travis asks Charlotte to dance at the masquerade ball. As the daughter of New Orleans' wealthiest man, the Southern belle is used to fending off suitors. She does so politely at first, but this particular fellow doesn't seem to get the message. He continues to pursue her hours after initially being turned down.
Miss Charlotte, you said later 2 hours ago.
Travis, when a woman says later, she really means not ever. Now run along.
That is when Charlotte finally tells him what's what. Rejection is always awkward, but this encounter is kinda deserved.
Oh dear, it's getting to be so late.
There's still a few stragglers.
It's just no fair. My prince is never coming.
Now lie.
I'll never get anything I wish for.
While it may be harsh, it's about time Travis learned the cold, hard truth. Number 3. Yao calls his fellow soldiers maidenless, Mulan. As they cross the country on foot, one of the things Mulan's cohorts bond over is the dating scene.
Think of instead a girl worth fighting for.
Huh?
That's what I said, a girl worth fighting for.
The men discuss their preferences in women, much to the protagonist's discomfort. Always a downer, Yao mocks the others under his breath for only Mulan to hear.
My manly ways and turn of phrase are sure to thrill her.
He thinks he's such a lady killer.
He disses his fellow soldier when Ling describes the qualities about himself that he thinks are appealing. Not even the Emperor's counselor Shifu is safe from Yao's ridicule.
I've a girl back home who's unlike any other.
Yeah, the only girl who'd love him is his mother.
The short and stocky warrior is undoubtedly the most savage in the group, and this scene demonstrates why. Number 2. Kuzco is unimpressed by his potential brides, the Emperor's new groove. Former advisor to the throne, Yzma is cruel to those around her, especially Kronk.
A really, really big, stupid monkey named Kronk.
Ouch.
And do you want to know something else? I've never liked your spinach puffs. Never!
However, we find this comment from Kuzco especially harsh.
Ow! You threw off my groove!
I'm sorry, but you've thrown off the Emperor's groove.
As Emperor, one of his duties is finding a wife. When a selection of potential fiancés is brought before him, none are up to his standards. He goes down the line, criticizing each woman for various reasons, with his comment to the last contender going for the jugular.
Hate your hair. Not likely. Yikes, 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 and let me guess, you have a great personality. Is this really the best you could do?
Of course, Kuzco is entitled to his preferences and opinions, but does he have to be so mean? Yeesh! Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Belle insults Gaston, but he takes it as a compliment. Beauty and the Beast. The brawny villain probably doesn't even know what primeval means.
The whole town's talking about it. It's not right for a woman to read. Soon she starts getting ideas and thinking.
Gaston, you are positively primeval.
Elsa shatters Hans's ice statue. Frozen 2. The Ice Queen has yet to forgive her sister's ex.
Like a chicken with the face of a monkey.
I just wasn't looking where I was going, but I'm great, actually.
Prince Hans of the Southern Isles.
Joshua Sweet keeps Mole at bay. Atlantis, the Lost Empire. The Doctor has no tolerance for poor hygiene.
You must leave at once! Out!
Uh-oh, sat in the dirt, didn't you? Oh yeah? Now what have I told you about playing nice with the other kids? Get back. I've got soap, and I'm not afraid to use it.
Francis isn't impressed by big words. Oliver and company. The Bulldog shows no fear in front of Sykes' Dobermans.
You could be living uptown with a class act like myself.
Isn't it rather dangerous to use one's entire vocabulary in a single sentence?
Woody keeps his vocabulary G-rated. Toy Story. The toy is savage, but also mindful of the children.
T-O-Y. Toy.
Excuse me, I think the word you're searching for is Space Ranger.
The word I'm searching for, I can't say, because there's preschool toys.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Esmeralda turns the tables on Phoebus, the Hunchback of Notre Dame. This pick features a character who doesn't take crap from anyone.
Get down at once.
Yes, Your Honor. Just as soon as I free this poor creature.
I forbid it.
How dare you defy me?
Having found sanctuary in the famous cathedral, Esmeralda is confronted by the captain of police.
You.
Easy, easy. I just shaved this morning.
Oh, really? You missed a spot.
The two engage in a scrimmage, sword versus candlestick. In addition to physically fighting, Phoebus and Esmeralda spar verbally.
You fight almost as well as a man.
Funny. I was going to say the same thing about you.
That's hitting a little below the belt, don't you think?
No, this is.
Touché.
They are well matched and clearly have chemistry, even while exchanging blows. In fact, Phoebus actually seems more impressed than insulted when he gets hit with this vicious jab.
I'd settle for your name.
Esmeralda.
Beautiful. And much better than Phoebus, anyway.
With only a few words, the street performer puts the soldier in his place. She reminds him, and the audience, that sexism is not cool.
Do you agree with our picks? Check out this other recent clip from MsMojo. And be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.